Just loading. Okay, so great. So I'm super excited to talk to you guys about social media and creative posting. You know, I know the large majority of us use social media as our platform to engage with our audience, to connect with people, to tell people what's going on in terms of the Beachbody world and get them excited about our program. So it's really important that our daily messages stay fresh, exciting, and creative. And I did say daily messages, so we're going to keep that in the back of your mind. We're going to circle back to that. So I've put together a few slides that'll help illustrate the best ways to post, the best times to post, and the best things to post. So let's start here. So the first thing, sharing your story. Many of us shared our story with our launch post. It's what we use to kind of introduce ourselves as a Beachbody coach to our audience, like I mentioned before. However, if this is for some reason something that you haven't done, you're going to want to do it. It allows us to illustrate that we are essentially a product of the product, and allows us to be open, real, and honest. So when you're thinking about illustrating your story, a couple things I want to go over, but going back, as a coach, the second most vital behavior is being proof that the product works. You want to be able to share your story with others. It builds credibility and helps people relate to you. So when you're crafting your story, think about a few things. Think about how your trials have become triumphs. Think about your struggles and how they played a part in your story. Think about adversity and how it's become your advantage. Think about a mess and how maybe it's become your message. The answer to these questions will really help you craft your story. So how are you going to want to share your story? I'm going to kind of skip right down. The number one thing I can say when posting on social media is you want to be personable. The more personable and vulnerable you are. I know the majority of us have created our avatar in the TLC training, or maybe some of us are outside of the TLC training, but your avatar is basically somebody that you want to work with, your ideal person. And you want to craft your story to truly speak directly to that person. And again, be open, real, and honest. Think about what has brought you to Beachbody, what your life was before Beachbody, how it has changed, what impact it's made. And I just kind of illustrated here a great story that my Emerald coach of mine, Devin, had done through the training. She talks about how her dad's death played a significant role in her life, and it kind of set her in a downward spiral. And she, you know, before finding Beachbody, she started to build her way up. But once she found Beachbody, she's taken her life to a whole other level. She's actually going to be starting to do Beachbody coaching full time, and it's really transformed her life. So her example there is really, really great. And again, if somebody was to see that, it would really strike a chord with a lot of people. So another thing with social media is you want to make your presence known. It's not all just about your posts. It's not all about just your transformation posts, your befores and afters. You want to make your presence known. And by that, you just want to engage as much as you possibly can. You want to you want to say happy birthday to everybody that comes up on your feed. You know, before being a Beachbody coach, I would never say happy birthday to people. And my philosophy was, I can't possibly say happy birthday to everybody, so I don't want to do it to anybody. And now it's like one of the first things I look at on Facebook, because you never know if you make a contact with that person just simply by saying happy birthday, if that'll spark something with them. Comment on somebody's post, but again, make sure that you're genuine and honest. Engage in any way you possibly can. I reached out to a college roommate of mine, and she was like, her and her husband go to St. John all the time, and my husband and I were thinking about taking a trip there, and I hadn't spoken with her since 1999, 2000, and I just kind of reached out to her, and she was like, oh, by the way, I see that you're doing, you know, the 21-day fix. Can I learn more about it? And she's been a challenger in the last 2 groups. So don't be afraid to just get out there, be chatty. That really makes a big difference. Another great tip is when you're posting about Shakeology or challenges, a lot of people are looking through it on their phone. So if you ask people to like it for more information, it makes it a lot easier for them. You're putting in the work versus them doing the work. Or you could also say comment below if you want in. Make it easy. Again, the majority of people are on their phones. So keep that in mind, and also keep it in mind when you're doing your posts. You want your posts to be concise and tight if it can be. If it can't be, that's fine too. Another piece is we don't want to just post before and after pictures. We don't just want to post about your new challenge group. You want to post lifestyle tips. You want to come across as an authority with health, everything related to health, wellness, and fitness. And if you don't feel like you're that person, try to become that person. Fake it till you make it. If you see something great, spin it and make it a post, make it something that will add value to other people. I have a couple examples here of lifestyle posts. So you can see that these are not just before and after. They don't relate to challenge groups. They're just adding value to people's lives with great tips. This one was one I did like this. This is a tip that works for me. I go to sleep in my workout clothes. I posted it. I got a lot of great feedback on it, and it added some value to people. People were like, oh, great idea. I'm going to try that out in the morning. Another great one is recipes. I think everybody, whether you are eating clean, whether you're in a challenge group, everybody wants a new, good, healthy recipe. And this was one that I pulled from Eva's page. So hopefully these examples just give you a kind of a line of sight to what I'm talking about. It doesn't all have to be a transformation post. Just come across as an authority. So when people are ready to make that step, they value you and they will trust you with their body, their money, and those are big asks. So you need to come across as that authority person. So what to post about when? Again, I can't stress this enough. You want to have personality. You want to come across at how people would describe you. Are you funny, serious? If you're possibly not that kind of person, post about who you want to be presented, how you want to be presented. And share things about your day. Again, I can't reiterate this enough. Share things about what you made for breakfast. Maybe you had a great call with your team. Just things to keep it lively and not all the same thing, beach body, beach body, beach body. So again, one of the things that I mentioned in my introduction, I said at least once a day. When we go through the training, a lot of top coaches suggest that you post 3 to 5 times a day. It kind of depends on your comfort level. I, for a long time, was like one is all I can do. And that should be your absolute minimum. If something comes to me, I don't hesitate to post again and again. Again, it just keeps people sparking that you are the health and authority, health and fitness authority. Keep it personal. People, again, just want to know what you're up to, what you're doing with friends. Also, 90% of it should be personal and 20% of it should be beach body. So try to add value to people's lives, but don't oversell. You want to come across genuine and authentic. If you're short on time, I'm sure many of us that are running challenge groups have learned the wonderful value of Postcron. If you haven't used it, it's a great website you can go to schedule your posts. So if you want to post 3 times a day and you have all of your ideas right away and maybe you're traveling, whatever, it'll schedule your post for you. Whatever hour of the day you want to do it, it'll post it. And the best time to post are 6 a.m., 9 a.m., 12, 3, 6, and 9. So about 3 hours apart. Those have just been proven to be time that more people are online and more visible to see the content that you're posting. Again, more posting tips. Everything on your Facebook page or on your social media pages needs to be positive. If something is negative, you want to make sure that there's some kind of positive takeaway from it or a positive ending. Again, be funny, nice, vulnerable. You want to be a real person. Another tip is posting pictures gets far more attention than no pictures. And again, so don't post your website, blog information all over the place, especially not about Beachbody product on Facebook pages, because people might think that that comes across as spamming and will just ignore it, and it wouldn't be good. Again, along with the positive nature, don't air your personal laundry. Everything wants to remain positive. If you have something happen to you that's negative, if you have a fight with your significant other, it should remain personal. You guys need to remember, we are business owners. A good rule of thumb is that if it is considered gossip, it should be cut out. You should discuss it with your husband, a close friend, or your partner, a close friend, a mentor, instead of posting it on Facebook. Never post inappropriate photos or pictures that show you in an unfavorable light. Again, you're a business owner, your authority in health and fitness. You want to be portrayed as that at all times. Do, on the other hand, reply to any comments, especially if they're questions. Even if people, even if it's, oh, I love that tip, or that's a great recipe, thanks, whatever it is, just keep the engagement going. The more you can engage, the better off you are. You're always trying to build and maintain a business relationship. So keeping that dialogue open as much as possible is super, super key. Again, easy things. Do not engage with arguments through comments. Don't add more than 2 or 3 people on Facebook that you might not know. You'll get thrown in Facebook jail. That actually happened to me. I was talking with Eva and she was like, yeah, a great tip. We do want to be inviting. But if these are people that maybe you only have like one friend in common, you really want to eliminate that. Really go in and pick and choose the people that you are adding. Again, a great way to choose those people are people that maybe if you're looking at their profile, if you go into their pictures, there's somebody that maybe is your direct avatar. And that's a great rule of thumb when adding people if you don't personally know them. Make sure your profile picture is a picture of you, not your dog, your partner, the 21 Day Fix logo. People want to get to know you. It's all about being real and genuine. Do create photo albums. So all, the pictures can be together. It's great if you're going to Beachbody events or have your transformation story. They're all together and they're in a concise place. Recipes is another great another great album for you to create as well. Another great thing is use your difference lists to draw inspiration from for posts. Julie, her last name is that Henderson, I'm thinking? She was a call on one of our recent TLC calls, and she kind of brought this to the forefront. And the difference list is anything about you that makes you different. Like for me, a couple things are, I'm from a very small town. I love sugar. I love candy. I love reality TV. I have my list in my binder here, but just anything that's special about you that you would consider different. And you can, when you're really lacking some inspiration on what to post, go into that and draw some inspiration from that. My next slide here is just an example of a difference list. I just mentioned how obsessed I am with sugar, and it's really, like any kind of sugar, and how that kind of fueled this post. And again, it was not selling the product, it was creating a solution for people and adding value to people's lives. So basically in this, I just share that I've had a long relationship with sugar. I still love sugar. And one of the greatest benefits of finding Shakeology is it curbing my sweet tooth and acting like that satisfaction that I need. And just posting it next to a couple pictures of truly how delicious it can be. Obviously, we all enjoy a shake, but to make it like a cake, that kind of tied it back together with my obsession, I guess. So lastly, a couple things more. Posting personal and vulnerable things on Facebook can be a challenge. You might worry about what people think, how they might be judging you. However, you need to get past that. And in order to be successful, you need to change that mindset completely. You need to think that you are adding value to somebody. You could be inspiring somebody, motivating somebody, holding somebody accountable. this takes a while to get used to. It's difficult to post personal things on Facebook. It's difficult to post 3 to 5 times a day about, you know, things that you're new to learning about. But you need to get uncomfy. You know, I use this quote actually today. You need to do one thing that scares you every day. So if that's a Facebook post, perhaps that's where you need to go. But you need to own it. You don't want to come across with any kind of hesitation. You know what? This is who I am. I am an authority. I am a Beachbody coach, and I'm damn proud of it. And that's really the kind of platform that you should have. So if you are posting transformation results, which are absolutely great, I still post transformation posts. Or if you are just posting continually about challenge groups, you're going to get the same results. You're not going to move forward. That, at least that's just been my experience. So try these tips that I gave you and see what the response is. And I think you will have a positive response to it. This was a great quote that I heard from Trista. She had responded to somebody that was a new coach, and she was concerned about posting too much. And she said, the people that matter don't mind, and the people that mind don't matter. Your close friends, your close family want to see you succeed. They want you to do something that you're passionate about. They want you to do something where you're helping people be themselves. So think about that if you're getting uncomfortable with your Facebook posts. That's really helped me a lot. And pretty sure I haven't lost any Facebook people, you know, friends over it. And if I did, so what? I don't need those people anyways. So this is a quote that just stays with me almost every day. And it's really helped me to get uncomfortable with my posts and really open up and be vulnerable and real in them. And then the last piece, so something, actually a post that Angela had did a post the other day about this tip exactly, and it couldn't be more true. At the end of the day, you want to go back in and look at your social media. Take a look at it and say, if you were somebody that didn't know you at all and you're viewing this person's profile, what does it look like to you? Is it positive? Does this person come across as an authority? Is the information helpful? Is it useful? Is it unique? Do you relate to them? So think about that. Like today, for example, today I reached out to a bunch of leads that I had built up, that had come into my account that I hadn't had the time to actually reach out and engage with. And before I sent them my Facebook like page, I went in and took a good hard look at it to see, you know, I invited them. I said, hey, if you want to jump in one of my challenge groups, come visit my page and let's connect that way. And just making sure that, again, it kind of ticks all those boxes in terms of positivity, realness, vulnerableness, and that you're coming across just in general as a health and fitness authority as best as you can. I think that's it. So thanks so much. Let's see if I can get out of this. Is the screen still up?
Yeah.
It is? Okay.
Ava, I can't hear you.
Okay.
You're still muted. Yeah.
Okay. I just muted everybody because there's a lot of background sound. So we can go open to questions after I finish my part of it. And Sarah, that was amazing. Thank you so much. So useful. Really, really good stuff. And by the way, I am recording this. So, you know, you guys can refer back to it later as well. And I'm sure Sarah will probably share her slides with you, as I will share my slides with everybody as well. All right. So my whole part of it, as I said, is going to be the cold inviting. So not the media posts, but, you know, going in and just really reaching out to people and doing the things that's probably the scariest. And I'm going to just go share my screen right now so you guys can see. Let's see here. Let me open this up. Okay. Share screen. Is it sharing? Can you guys see this?
Not yet.
Hold on. How about now?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. All right. So my presenting thing doesn't seem to be working right now, so I'm just going to go through and start it from here. Okay. So inviting with confidence. Basically, I feel like just what Sarah ended with is, you know, feeling like you're owning this business. Like you are proud of who you are, and you're proud of what you're doing. And that is the basis for what anything that you go about doing this is going to come through to the people that you're talking to. So posting to social media and attracting challengers is an art, just as Sarah was saying. And it can be fun, and it's really, you know, it can be really creative and successful. But sometimes, as I know some of you who reached out to me, it's not enough for building your challenger base and your customers. And you want to keep growing your business. You really should be hitting Success Club 10 every single month. And so if you're not getting that with your social media posts, then you're going to need to start reaching out to people and stepping out of your comfort zone to take your business to the next level. So you're going to have to get comfortable with personally inviting people. And this is what I said, get your head right. This is not a scam business. This is not some just MLM that you're just selling some random product to somebody. This is actually a life-changing, legitimate lifestyle. And you know it's going to change the way they see everything because you've gone through it. You're representing a product you know works. You aren't just making a sale and you're hoping to help them. So be confident in that. Anytime you go and talk to somebody new, you need to remember that you have something extraordinary valuable to offer. So keep that in mind. It says my meeting is going to end in 10 minutes, so I better hurry up. Okay. All right, here we go. I'm going to speed through this. So we need to identify your prospective challengers. Every single person in this group needs to have a list of your dream challengers at all times. And that is a running list. So if you get some few challengers, you need to add more people to that. And there are endless people in this world that need this program. Even people that seem fit still love it. And I know because a lot of my challengers were fit to start with. So it can be anybody. Your dream challengers should be never below 20. And remember that you need to be feeding this relationship with them constantly, just like Sarah was saying online. You need to say happy birthday. You need to comment on their posts, and you need to mean it. You don't need to be talking Beachbody to them all the time. You need to build a relationship with them before you can, so they trust you, before you go in and start selling them something. This is a business of relationships from the moment before you even start talking to them to the moment that you're changing their lives by them losing 30 pounds through this program, and then eventually maybe becoming coaches themselves. So I was talking to Trista the other day about forming, and I know this is part of the Beachbody training, but I completely forgot about it. I did it, way back in the day. And this is just basically, some people probably do this naturally, but when you're talking to people, keep this in mind. So things you can talk to prospective challengers about is forming. So family, ask them about their family, really care, engage with them about it, their job, anything about it, recreation. So if somebody went on vacation, just like Sarah said, books they like to read, recipes, just like that we were talking about too, anything about sports, anything that has to do with something outside of family and work. And then message is after that. So you want to go through all of these things first, or have a dialogue with these people before you move on to your message. Otherwise, it'll just come off as super salesy. Here's some example scripts for inviting. I'm going to provide a link. Oops, I went too far. So this came from Brooke Lipoff. I adore her, and I think she is just amazing in our business. She's in our upline team, and she shares so many resources. These are some scripts, and I'm going to share this with you guys. You guys can read it while I'm talking, but these are just some examples of things that you can say to people when you reach out. And there are so many resources that we have that you can use. And this tracker, I'm going to show you right now, is something that Brooke, let's see if I can click on this, make it bigger. I'm going to share this entire thing with you guys in a little bit. Let me see if I can make it bigger right now. Can you see this? So this is your success tracker. So this is for when you do your power hour. All right. And then down here, there's all these things down here. How to invite to challenge groups, inviting to challenge group scripts, how to invite to coaching. There's another thing in here that's, that talks about when people object about the price. There's everything that you can have. There's resources everywhere, but this is all in one spot. Look at all these tabs down here. And I'm going to send this to you guys. You can all use it. And I can't tell you how amazing it's been for me since I got it. How to get your new coach started right for, those of you who are growing your team, all of that. Anyway, but going back to the challenger prospects, this down here, right here in your contact list is where you want to be listing all of that stuff. Let's see here. Okay, so next, how to invite your dream challenger coach. The biggest thing that I've been saying to people lately is do not word vomit on these people. Like, don't just send all this stuff to them because it's be like, oh my God, it's a wall of text. Always start with a compliment and then ask them questions. What are they doing with their fitness routine? What is going on with their diet? Do they have any physical restrictions? People love to answer these questions. You could even create a form, those forms you can fill out like a survey. There are forms you can fill out. I think it's called WOFU, and I'll find those for you, but you can send those to people and they can have all the questions answered, and you'd have it in a form, including their email and everything. So I'm gonna send this all to you now. I'm not gonna read it because I don't want to run out of time, but this is a big thing too. Get them on the phone. If you can talk to people and they can hear the passion in your voice, that's gonna come across so much better than if you're just texting or, talking to them through email, which, it still works too. But if you can get them on the phone, that would be really wonderful. Let's see here. So maintaining your composure and confidence when you do this. The biggest thing is you cannot take no's personally, because if you do, you're not going to want to invite people ever. Most people that they're saying no are really saying not right now. I can't even tell you how many people I've asked and they've been like, nope, or just ignored me. And then they come back later and they're like, okay, I'm ready. And I'm like, okay, let's do it. It's really exciting. So the more no's you get, the more progress you've made. Also, I can't tell you how many challengers I've missed because I was afraid to. And then later on, I'm like, oh my God, they're doing the fix. And I'd never even asked them because I was afraid. And I saw that they joined with somebody else. And that's sad, really, because I could have had that challenger. So go for no. You're offering a beautiful way of life. You're going to change the course of their lives for the better. So be proud. Melanie Mitro, who is the #1 coach in this entire organization, has a really fabulous YouTube video called Going for No. And she just talks about the confidence of it. And every time you go for no, you're going to get one yes for every 30 people or so is the, I think the formula that she said, or maybe it's a different number, but you get the idea, is that the more people you ask, the more people you're going to get at any time. So just keep that in mind. And let's see, this is the biggest thing for me lately, is be the proof that this lifestyle works. When you're out and about in the world, embody the lifestyle, be vibrant, healthy, upbeat, and engaging. It's not only good for your business, but it's good for you. I went to a party this past weekend on Saturday, and it was a birthday party for a woman. And there was like 30 people there. I didn't really know that many people that were going, but I decked myself out. I was like, I'm going to get some challengers tonight. And I had a really good time, and I didn't say one word to anybody about it. They asked me what I was doing. And I have 4 new people that are starting next month because of this. And I just knew that if I went there and I just sort of projected it, that it would happen, and I didn't have to talk to them about it and pitch them. They came to me because they sensed something that was going on, and they wanted a part of it. And I think that's really, really important. Talk to as many people as you can, accept social invitations, and get out there. Talking in person is worlds apart from being on the internet. So if you have mom, if you're a mom, do all those classes, engage with the kids in your, the parents with your kids, all the friends at school, all of that stuff is going to build up. And keep doing your workouts and do the vital behaviors. This has transformed your life in such a positive way. And so you are going to be able to infectiously invite other people just by doing that. So when you invite somebody verbally, you're going to be able to stand behind it when you're embodying the lifestyle. And I think that is all. Yes, it is. So I'm going to unmute everybody. Hold on a second. Let me just, how do I unshare this? Do you guys know how to do that? Why is it all green on the end? Let's see here. Stop share. Here we go. Okay, so I'm going to unmute everybody. I don't know how much time we have left, but I don't think it's a lot. Just less than a minute. You guys, why don't we meet up on the Team Life Changers and Team Vitalize page, and we can, go over any questions that you guys have. But I really, really appreciate everybody being here, and I really hope that you took away some stuff from this. That's all.
So much great stuff. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you, Eva.
Yeah. Thanks, girls.
Bye, guys.
You guys did awesome.
I love seeing all your faces. Oh, I got to take a screenshot of this. Hold on a second.
Oh, yeah.
Done. All right, guys.
Everybody
Good night. I'll talk to you later. Mwah.